Hello, this is Lee Anthony Davis returning with another PlayStation playthrough on my Gran Turismo 3. A warm welcome. Here today I'm going to show you the navigation, or the menu as they call it. I'm going to start off with the top one, which is the tune shop. As you can see, this is where you go to get your parts. There's your suspension and brakes. Let's have a look at this lot. As you can see, there's a price underneath it. I've already purchased a few of them for this car, so you won't know what the price is. Well, I can tell you that's £10,000, that's about 6,000, and that's about 5,000. There you go. These are parts that balance the car with good suspension, meaning that if you go round bends, it will sort of accommodate, will equalise the stress of the car or the body that has these parts in. And then you have the sports brakes, which are very good on sports tracks, but not on the usual tracks that I've been racing on. And then you just have your sort of brake balance controller. So this is where you get all your brakes and suspensions from, this part here. It's vital to the game, and without it you might struggle. You might have a fast car, but you try turning round bends with no brakes and no fucking suspension. I can tell you, it's not easy. You have to slow down. By the time you slow down and get back into your motivation, they're about bloody half a mile in front of you. Right, okay. So there's your suspension and brakes. Now we come to the engine and exhaust. I have purchased a few of them here for this car. As you can see, each one does its own. I'll press that one to show you the miles per hour these cars can go at. This one can go at 438. If you change it to a better one, let me just see. This one here. This is to do with the engine itself. It helps to better ventilation, obviously. It smooths the internal surfaces of the inlets and exhaust ports, allowing air to pass through, as I explained. So it becomes more air resistant and improves engine response. So that's what really that does. Right, moving on. These are basically let me just read it. Increases power, enables high engine speeds, obviously, engine friction, because there's a lot of friction when you're going fast, and it reduces it by a detailed turning process, including the implementation of the piston weights matching and a high precision fully balanced crankshafts. See, what happens is that the lighter the car and the lighter the parts, the faster the car, the faster the manoeuvrability. So always go for the best parts. Don't start off with small parts, because the car might not be adaptable with it and it might not work so well for you. So always go for something like that. Or if you want to improve your car in any one, go for the microchip, because the microchip sorts of puts a bit of speed on the car as well. It helps the engine. It also eliminates any sort of friction that you'll get, because it will go at the right speed, and also achieved by it actually the engine's sparking period and the air fuel ratio for turboed vehicles and complete tune-up suitable for beginners. What I'm saying is that this is ideal for cars that basically are fast, because it's got a microchip in it. That's, well, in this game it has anyway, but you can really go to town with that, and it will improve your speed and also will help the balance as well, because it's programmed to. So there you go, there's the engine and exhaust area. Moving on, the drivetrain. These are sort of flywheels. Basically they help to give, well, these parts are more lighter for whatever car you're using, and they help to speed basically through most of the turbulence that you get from going too fast, because these are lightweight, and they're chrome, molybdenum, I think that is molybdenum steel, which is strong and therefore will not break or crack. This makes engine reviving easier, and acceleration is also improved. So when you're getting these parts, it will help to increase your speed very fast instead of it slowly gradually building up. And as you can see, if you fit them on your car, your engine, this is the best piece, the carbon drive shaft. This will be lighter, as it will say here, a lightweight propeller shaft made from carbon composite materials, because the propeller shaft links the engine and the differential, changing its weight, and has a similar effect on acceleration. So there you have it. It's very good for cars like minis, and also it's very good for cars that go really fast. Those that rev up will probably frictionize the bloody carbon and break it. So therefore it won't break in this game, but in reality it will. So it'll probably slow your car down. So you have to know what kind of part this would go into a car. So I would suggest put it in a lighter car, which is like a Mini or one of those Japanese Daishu cars. Also maybe a Volkswagen, like I've got a new Beetle RSI, perfect for that part. And then you've got these, the transitions to help the engine work very well. But sometimes the miles per hour that you've got will go down because of this, because it's basically to do with your gears. And it does help when you're going up hills and stuff, but it tends to keep you at that speed when you're going down, so you're not going to feel the full frontal of your car at its best. So you need to get the right one. I suggest you get this one, the LSD one way. These parts are used when you only want to apply the LSD effect in the direction of the acceleration. In other words, this will work well with the acceleration when you're traveling really fast in say you're on a straight track. It will work perfectly, and it'll build up really quick. So instead of the gradual build up, you'll get it all at once, because it'll just go straight off. And they help to control your brakes, also your engine revs and everything else. I wouldn't recommend getting this one though. This is a service which separates the acceleration and deceleration into independent sides, so it will be separated from the acceleration, and you'll get a sort of awkward effect when you're changing into gears, and also when you're going around bends, it will tend to sort of slow you down, and the other cars who have better manoeuvrability will get around those bends very quickly, and you'll be chasing the game. So I wouldn't advise you to get that one. It's usually for something like rally cars and stuff, which is ideal for it. Okay then, we've got the turbo now. This is where we have faster cars. I recommend you get these because they're very good for the engine to compete with the bigger and faster cars. Yesterday, as you know, I had that Super Vac car and I couldn't beat it. These are the sort of parts you need to beat it. As you can see, you get 319 bhp, and then you've got this one at 13.5, which gives you 388, and then you go for the big one, which I did, which would give you over 400, which is fantastic because you go fast. I haven't done these ones. I think they increase or decrease, I'm not too sure, depending. That one's not really much difference. It's basically to do with the water cooling and system and stuff, but you ain't got any water to put in it. So anyway, oh yeah, sorry, I do apologise, I've got to show you that bit quick. The tyres are important because of grip, as you know. The tyres that I usually go for are these ones. They're £22,000, but they are worth it because they grip the road very well. You can go for these ones, the racing tyres and sports tyres, and of course the simulation tyres, but they're not very good when it comes to tight turns. But this one is perfect. Right, okay, others and ROM, this is where you get the body work, the lighter the body, the better, they say, because it will travel through any resistance from the air that you're going at speed, because remember, you have air resistance when you're going too fast, so it'll slow you down like everything else. Gravity slows you down if you're trying to jump up, and it goes quicker if you're jumping down, obviously. So that's the same way, the same effect. Here you've got an AYC controller, and these are parts which will allow the strength of the your control system effects to be adjusted as the effect is applied. Stronger and stronger turning moment occurs in the car during acceleration. The cornering becomes better. So these are advisable, especially in rally races. But I wouldn't use them. I don't really see any point to them. But in a rally race, probably when you're going through dirt tracks and turns and twists and going up and going down. So yes, I think it's advisable to have one of them fitted in. Okay then, that's the tuning shop. Let's move on to the next bit. My home obviously is where you keep your cars. The garage is where you win all your cars, and this is where they end up, so you select your car there. The game status tells you how you're doing in this game. As you can see, I've got total car value, which the cars I bought or the cars I've won have been worth up to 97,000. I've completed about 19% of the races. Also, it tells you how many races you've won, and also you can see the trophies there. Haven't won a bronze one, 1 free silver and 126 gold. But gold is more important, remember that. So I've acquired 163 trophies, and bonus cars acquired, that's what I'm winning, 25, and that's basically it. And that's the total mileage, 1,546.7 kilometres I have travelled. Right, and I've owned 2 cars before selling them on quickly. Right, and licence acquired, as you can see, I've got the licence A, but the third one's difficult. I'll show you that in a second. Right, this is where you trade your cars. Firstly, you can save it before you do it. I'm not going to bother going down this route because I've got nothing to trade. But if you've got a car that you don't want, that is the place you go to. But let me warn you, you won't get as much money for it, obviously. So it's not a good tool to have, to be honest with you. You get ripped off. Right, run and settings. This just goes through sort of basically what the tracks are like to race on. These are more like credits. So let me just show you quickly. We'll go with midfield section. And as you can see, we're going to go on the track itself. I'm not going to go the full way. Here you go. You can press the free begin run, which I'm not going to do. And then you can see you've got your settings, you load the game, you've got records to beat, and so and so. Right, okay, so you've seen that, that's enough of that. Right, now moving on to another important bit, saving the game. Now, I always find if you save the game after a race, before you do any more, you will find that you will have no problems with it. Sometimes your memory card can fail you think you saved it, and you've lost all that. I advise you to do one race at a time with this. Save it, and then go on to the next game, on to the next race, whatever. Right, so we move on to the final bit, which is, of course, the game setting. Game credits, I'm not going to show you that. That's basically who wrote it, who created the game, and so on. You like the credits, you know what credits are. Right, moving on. You want to see that this is the most important bit. The car dealer. Right, I'm not going to spend too long on this, but I'll show you a few cars. You've got the makes here. As you can see, these are the cars you buy. Let's go straight to Honda. There we go. Toyota, sorry. You've got the Yaris, you've got the Truno, then you've got the Celica, whatever, the Altezza, and then you've got the MR2. So all these cars, as you can see, there's the prices. The further you go up, the more it costs, obviously. Corolla, rally car, 300,000, but I recommend you buy this one, 1.2 million, all right, 1.25 million pounds. There you go. So these you can't buy that because you haven't opened up the the game yet. You've got to win certain games to open these cars up, but when you win certain races, you will see this give you the prize money for that, to win that. But this is the car you want, because this goes fast, really fast. Okay then, so I've shown you that. Now the main thing I'm going to do here, just quickly go down here to GT Auto. Obviously this is where you get your car washed, the oil changed, and you've got the wheel shop as well. If you look at that, it gives you a list of makes that make these wheels, and you can change them anytime. Like for instance that one, that tells you how much. So I've got credit of 500, I can afford it, right? But I'm not going to change them, but that's where you go. Okay then, moving on to machine test. This is the maximum your car will go at when you're riding this on this track. It's basically a flat track all the way down to the bottom, and this one's your maximum. This one's 400 and this one's 1,000. So you do it in a test of 1,000 meters, 400 meters, and the maximum I think is 2,000. But anyway, this tests your car to see if it's worthy and what parts you might have to replace. Okay. Right, now I'm going to leave that. I'm going to do this one now. This is the license centre. I'll quickly show you this. This is the one I failed to do, these two, because they're wet tracks and you have to go around 3 times to do it. And unfortunately, I couldn't make it. I kept on crashing. But I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go here to the rally one. As you can see, I have passed it, but I just want to give you a quick thrill of what it's like to go around corners, go up. It's got everything on it. So let's say no more do. Let me go through. Right, here we go then. This is basically to win bronze, silver or gold, and you'll see the times there. The first one is gold at 2 minutes. The second one's 2.1 minutes. Well, 1 minute, 1 second. No, it's 1 minute. Sorry, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 hours. I don't know. You know what I mean. It's done in funny times. This, but the best I could ever do was 2:02. And here you go. This is the course I'm going to play as I negotiate, so I probably won't get quicker here. So here we go, the license for the R8, sorry. Here we go, I'm straight into it. Right, now I'm going to show you what it's like to try and compete with this. So you try and slow this down as quickly as possible so you don't go too far on the other side. You'll see what I mean by that in a minute. So you have to get the turning right here, because if you get it wrong, you end up jackknifing very, very fast. And as you can see, I'm not going too fast because I want to explain it. As you can see, it's attempting to go jackknifing again. So here we go. I've got to get this turning right. This is what you do. This is how you do it. You go there and you're through. But I'm slow here, but as you can see, it's understandable that I'm explaining it, so I'm not concentrating on it. So here we go. This is a real tricky one, but this is where you make the quick turn. Because you make the turn right, you go straight down, and that's good. Now be very careful here, because you could go too fast. So you make sure you get it right. You go around that bend, and then you move on to that one. Do the same thing again. There you go, and then just let it go. Right, so the time will come up on if my time is quicker or slower. I'll know. Next one will tell me the time. There we are, 1:11. Very slow, that. Very, very slow indeed. But you can understand that I'm showing you what it's like to ride this. So there you go. Oh, by the way, if you hit anything, the game stops. So I thought I'd mention that. So if you hit something hard, you go too fast, then you have to start again. So there you go. So you go, I think I've got one more turn on this one after this, and then that's it, and then it's a straight track. So there you go, getting it right. Turning. Now I like to be very careful here, so I'll try to go the edge. See, as you can see, I hit the bloody side there, and bang, that's it, game over. I have to start again. But I don't think you want me to complete the track, so I think you understand how it works. So anyway, sorry about that, but I wasn't going to show you the finishing of it. I was nearly there anyway. I'd actually reached, should I say, 4/5 of the course. So it's only another 5, but I was explaining it to you, so I wanted to show you. I actually did that on purpose, actually, to show you what happens if you bang into the barriers. The game stops. Anyway, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed my Gran Turismo 3. I'm going to be on another game tomorrow, so join me for that. Thank you for your patience. Subscribe with the button down at the bottom to my channel, the Lee Anthony Davis. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and hopefully I'll be putting some new stuff on here very shortly. So see you soon. Look after yourselves. Bye for now.